It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Little Caesars Arena. Tonight, the Detroit Pistons taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. The opening tip to the Pistons, and we're underway at Little Caesars Arena. Jackson. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo to Middleton. From the outside, no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Reggie Jackson, not that time. Bledsoe with it up top. Down two. Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. Has a chance. Knocks it down off the step back.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Jackson. Down low for Griffin. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. That's out. Last touch by Brook Lopez. The possession in favor of Detroit. Take stock of the floor. Jackson. To Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin missed his first. That one goes.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Middleton to Antetokounmpo. Short jumper off the mark. Jackson with it. 2-point advantage to Stanley Johnson. Griffin. To Jackson. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. Beyond the arc for 3. Taken down by Giannis. Bledsoe to Middleton. Antetokounmpo. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. Finish that. Bledsoe slams it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
To the basket goes Jackson, but a shot won't fall.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Bledsoe shot misses. Pistons ball here. Jackson to Griffin. And abuses the rim. Big finish for Andre Drummond.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Giannis with it up top. Down just a couple. To Lopez. Pistons have the rebound. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Congratulations, Milwaukee.
Hill into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Deep right corner. Hill. His first effort off the mark. Johnson to Smith. Kennard. Bucks basketball. To Adetokunbo. Pass stolen by Detroit. It's denied by Giannis.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Is Smith to the rim. The big fella, Andre Drummond. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here's the step back. Deep three at the buzzer. The first quarter's complete. The Pistons have the lead. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
George Hill to DiVincenzo. Hill. Followed up. Brook Lopez with the slam.
You see, Ed, that's the advantage of growing up playing with and against a twin. A lot of fights, a lot of physicality, and controlling the glass is everything.
Pistons have it. Ish Smith to Stanley Johnson. Here comes the screen. Johnson to Smith. Detroit with 4 to shoot. Hill across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. To DiVincenzo. Brook Lopez. He's 2 for 2 now.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Ish Smith to Stanley Johnson. To Smith. Short jumper stays out. Hill into the front court. The score 10 to 8. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Middleton. To Adetokunbo. Shot from the lane won't go. It's Detroit's ball. Runner's good there.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Bledsoe with the basketball. 10-all is our score. To Adetokunbo. The rebound's taken by Detroit. Ish Smith to Griffin. Oh, look Look out, Blake Griffin. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Jay, it wasn't long ago, Blake Griffin was among the most unstoppable players in the NBA.
No one's ever questioned Blake Griffin's skill set or his athletic ability. The only question is his durability. He's had 10+ injuries since the 2014 season.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
For Detroit, number 1, Reggie
Middleton. To Adetokunbo. Couldn't keep it in. Last touch by Giannis Adetokunbo. Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. To Smith. Here comes the screen. Is Smith. To Griffin. Knocked loose. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. Brogdon to Middleton. And he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does two things. Number one, it creates distance in a hurry. Number two, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is a difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of the shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. Knocks down the first. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Bledsoe with it up top. It's a one-point game, 13-12. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
To Griffin. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. Has a look. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Middleton. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Brogdon to Adetokunbo. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
The assist from number 13.
Deep three at the buzzer.
3 points.
That'll do it for the first half. The Pistons with the lead.
I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Pistons put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Detroit Pistons. The Bucks are down at halftime, and in need of some momentum. They don't have a single player that can claim double figures in scoring. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Milwaukee Bucks are in a situation where if I was the coach of the team, I'd hope they'd be insulted by the way they gave up points in the paint. Going into the second half, these guys really need to have some pride and be more assertive around the basket defensively.
Player of the half.
Blake Griffin looked great in the first half. He was constantly fighting for position in the paint and owning the boards. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
The Bucks at the controls. Has a chance. Bledsoe shot off the mark. Ish Smith to Stanley Johnson. Oh, nice find for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Giannis in control of the basketball. The deficit is 6. Here comes the screen. And draws the foul.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. The possession in favor of Detroit. Sizing up the defense. Ish Smith to Griffin. Has a look. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's now 4 for 6.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
The assist from number 22, Chris Middleton.
Ish Smith. Down to Griffin. Not that time. Bledsoe with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Pistons ball here. Ish Smith. To Griffin. Here comes the screen. Griffin. The shot missed by Smith.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Ish Smith to Stanley Johnson. To Griffin. 5 to shoot. Griffin. For 3. It's good. and the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Reggie Bullock with a chance at a 4-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Three-pointer and now a free throw on the trip. Hill across the timeline, trailing by 4. To Lopez, knocked loose. Pistons have it. Ish Smith, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Jackson with it. They lead it. 4-point game. Here comes the screen. Jackson to Drummond. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Hill to Lopez. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Screen coming. Ish Smith. Deep right corner. Jackson buries it on the catch and shoot.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Hill into the front court. His guys down by 9. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't miss those. Denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Pistons have it. Ish Smith to Reggie Jackson. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez. That's out. Last touch by Brook Lopez. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
For the Detroit Pistons, number 5, Luke
Kennard. You've got to get that one to go. To George Hill. Here comes the screen. It's denied.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Lopez. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Pistons basketball here to start the 4th quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the 4th quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the 4th.
Bledsoe with it up top. 9-point margin. Adetokunbo to Brogdon. Down to 5 on the 24. Greek Freak for 2. Not that time. Kennard to Smith. Get the cameras out. Flash on. My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
Brogdon. Scores from the post.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Griffin. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Ish Smith. To Jackson. Griffin to Luke Kennard. Detroit with 4 to shoot, and he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Bledsoe at the basketball. His team down 9. Here comes the screen. Adetokunbo to Middleton. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. And the rebound taken down by Griffin. To Smith. Milwaukee with the basketball. Adetokunbo. Giannis Adetokunbo. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Giannis reminds me of Kevin Durant, and obviously their relationship has evolved even to the point where publicly KD gave him advice, and that was to play for himself. You think about the similarities, KD playing at OKC before he left for a bigger market in Golden State could be similar to the fate that of Giannis. But Giannis is a guy born of Nigerian parents, from Greece, loves small market towns, has a crack in his cell phone, likes to push a shopping cart down the aisle like anybody else. But it doesn't matter because the lights can shine bright for wherever Giannis decides to play.
Ish Smith to Griffin. Screen coming. Griffin to Smith. Going to launch beyond the arc. Ish Smith is going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 66%. First one, count it. Second and 3 is good. For 3. Nice. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys trail by 10. Here comes the screen. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. It's Detroit's ball. Ish Smith to Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. He's now 5 for 6.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Middleton to Adetokunbo. Knocks it down from mid-range.
This offseason was the summer of Giannis. He discovered so much about the American culture, even some of the sweets, and I see his game has gotten even sweeter.
To Griffin. To Luke Kennard. Griffin Offensive board. Nice swat that time.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Hill across the timeline, trailing by 10. Knocked loose. George Hill. Pistons come away with it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Ish Smith to Griffin. Surveys the floor to Smith. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go. Hill. Can't go down. Smothering defense. The Pistons are the winners as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pistons put one in the win column with a solid performance. And the defensive intensity made all of the difference. They were committed to staying aggressive, forcing turnovers, and being disruptive on their way to victory. The Bucks didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Andre Drummond was just amazing in this game. What other word could you use for someone that played the kind of defense that shut down an entire team? Yeah, exactly. Amazing.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course. But even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.